our vote first before we rationalize this. So are we ready for that?
Yes.
Mr. Black, if we could have a roll call vote.
Commissioner Zeig,
Yes.
Commissioner Love,
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobitz,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Okay, the application for a special use permit is denied. Like I said, I would like to add just the comment that this is not an easy decision. As Mr. Taylor pointed out, the McDonald's operators in our town are good citizens and run a very nice business that we are pleased to have in town. But again, given that this development is adjacent to an established, stable, older neighborhood, characteristics that are in short supply in Adrian, I believe it's our conclusion that it's not advisable to put these qualities at risk in favor of a commercial development whose audience and market is already being served. Therefore, it's a majority of opinion of this body that the application for special land use permit be denied. Is there any other business to come before us this evening? Is there anyone that wishes to address the Planning Commission
I have a quick question.
briefly on anything else? Oh,
Sorry.
yes.
And this could just be my own ignorance, but what are our specific ordinances about sound pollution in the city? In terms of residential neighborhoods, the question was brought up to me, not about the McDonald's, but about a different property. And I was not sure how to go forward addressing that. Is that something that we look at in the future? How do we go
I'm
about
not
that?
sure it's covered in the zoning ordinance. I
Okay.
believe it may be covered in the general regulations.
Mhm.
And it's certain, yeah, and
It's more of a police issue than
more of a policing issue. And we certainly, Lori, maybe you can jump in on this. I don't believe that it's covered in the ordinance in terms of things like incursion from commercial property.
You don't specifically outline standards. Sorry, there's an echo. You don't specifically outline standards in the zoning ordinance other than trying to mitigate noise and giving the opportunity to take measures to mitigate potential impacts between different uses. As was stated, day to day, it is a police issue in order to enforce concerns. But at the site plan review process, we do have some ability to try to request that noise be mitigated when it's sort of an obvious concern.
So it's
Thank you.
nothing we can like
I'm not sure that
retroactively.
answers the specific question, but
Is it so we can't like retroactively address these issues that have been brought to my attention?
not from a zoning perspective.
Okay. All right.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
sir.
wasn't sure if you were gonna open up the public comment again, but I wanted to further on that comment.
This is not on any new topic?
Just to further what you guys are currently talking about in zoning issues with residential use and
If you don't mind keeping it brief. Please
Yeah.
do.
last night, like I said, we had a resident, she talked about on Erie Street, how she was sound sick, and we talked about that. But further, I want to jump into a couple other things. I think the city needs to understand misophonia. It's a hearing related symptom of people that, would have autism or something like that. It's widely known. There's a couple other things that I would like to address here is that there's some zoning issues with people running scrap yards next to residential properties and various other things like beating on drums. Those things all need to be approved through zoning permits. And that's the purpose of what I want to talk to you about is that these properties in Adrian that are zoned residential are being used for multi-purpose, like a duplex being used for a scrapping facility. And as you talked about is the police station saying, hey, we can't handle that. But then the police station's telling me to come to this meeting and ask you guys to handle the problem. So the police are actually in Adrian are actually refusing to enforce any noise standards, including loud vehicle exhaust. And like I said, I have a last thing here is this is what I want to talk to you about is that the city's mission is the city should strive to ensure the availability of a wide range of attractive housing choices that are protected from noise, traffic, and other impacts. And that's the zoning issue here is that exclusive E1 industrial district Number 3 says to promote manufacturing development, which is as technically free as possible from danger, fire, explosions, toxic noise matters, radiation, offensive noise, vibration, smoke, and other objectable influences. And so that term, objectable influences, needs to be defined further, as objectable influence is not decibel based. That's subjective. And so that's a very powerful term in that one. Home occupations, if you're going to run a scrapping facility, you have a duplex, that's not allowed. The rules here for section 2514 state that you need to have a single family residence. So on that one, you also have to have an enclosed structure like a garage if you're going to be working on any cars. We're having open air car repair. And as I was told by one of the former commissioners, you guys in the 60s, you guys decided not to allow street parking anymore because people were literally working on engines and cars in the streets. So now it's gone to open air facilities and duplexes, and it's become a nuisance. And it's actually, I'm going to court in 2 different cases over this. Home occupation is defined as any occupation such as a craft or possession carried on by one or more members of the family in a home. And if you look at what the examples of a home-based business is, anything from sewing to, that's the minimal threshold of a home-based business is sewing. So the whole thing is if you're going to be working out of your home, please let the city know about it. And that's the only thing, is that's not happening here. So thank you.
Okay. Anybody else that wishes to address the planning commission on a topic other than what we've been on?
Other than what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So this, I want to understand how the city arbitrarily or rezone something. Like, how did this become B2 and all the residents, nobody knew about it?
I think we
Like-
had this discussion at our March meeting.
I don't remember an answer.
Because the question came up then as well.
Well, refresh me then.
We had a major rezoning of the entire city. There was notification in the newspaper. There was notification on the city's website. We held three open forums, not formal meetings, but open houses where we had maps and pointed out what was going on.
Mhm.
And then we held 2 public hearings on it. We made a recommendation to the city commission and they held 2 public hearings on it.
It was over a year, over a time of a year.
Well, I mean, we own that property the whole time and we knew nothing about it. So I guess you have to read the newspaper
Well,
or follow some of that. And you guys know there isn't even a newspaper anymore that people read. So maybe you should have sent a notice to all the residents in that zone so they got it. And you can hear by people talking, and I own a couple businesses in Adrian, and the thought of all of a sudden, oh, guess what, guys, we just rezoned this and you missed it in the paper.
well, if it had been,
So-
if it had been individual properties or, like
Yeah.
3 or 4 properties, yes, they would have gotten written notice. But since it was the entire city, it was done as a public notification.
Well, it wasn't the entire city. It was a specific area that,
No, we did the whole city,
City.
was all reviewed.
Now, some of them would change, but the whole city was considered for rezone.
well, I mean, so this was B1 before. And the part you were taking from B1 to B2, I think you could have notified some other way. It's done, and I'm just trying to understand how it happened. And now I see, and it's kind of funny because who's read a newspaper?
But but you have to understand, the law says that's where it has to go. Not, the state of Michigan says that's where it has to go.
I got
Until they
you.
change the rules,
I got
that's where
you.
it goes. It goes on our webpage. There's certain criteria that we have to meet. that
Oh,
our
I get it.
hands
And
tie.
and it says put it in the paper. Nobody reads the dang paper.
I know, you are not wrong.
Yep.
That's the minimum.
Like I said, they can put a letter in my water bill, you send that to me every month, and
The letter went out in the water
The
bill.
letter did go out in the water
In the
bill.
water bills that notified of these public open houses we had discussed. In fact, I wrote the ad that went in the water
We never
bill.
knew.
So,
Well, if you don't get your water bill sent to
I
you,
was just,
you didn't get it.
it was for my own education because
You're not-
we've been talking about that ever since it happened. It's like, we knew nothing. And then I see other people who,
Yeah.
they just knew nothing.
folks, we're
So
getting ready.
maybe something to think about. it.
Well,
Do something.
I had some comments I'd like to make.
Oh, please
If
do.
there are
Go
more-
right ahead.
If there's more public comment, then let them speak.
Okay,
I don't know.
you just make a comment. For the.
Well, go to the-
Otherwise we
Speak up
can't.
here, Pat, we can't hear you.
Yeah. if you're not
Everybody
at the-
needs to hear you.
If you're not at the microphone, it didn't get said.
All right. I just want to thank you for having the courage to do what was right for the residents of the city and making the decision you made tonight, especially you, Tiffany, who brought it up and started it off. Thank you.
Well, I'm frustrated by our process. Because it seems like every time we have something like, I'm sorry, Deb, I didn't realize. I thought I was gonna speak under commissioner comments, but when you are done, I'll speak.
I'm Debbie Dumars and I live at 430 Meadowbrook, but is Mommy Street going to be widened so there can be a designated left turn lane for the people coming out of McDonald's that want to go left? Because when you come out of Wendy's and it's at a wrong time of the day, it's hard to make that left turn and there's a little
There
tiny,
isn't going to be a McDonald's.
what?
There isn't going to be a McDonald's. We just
When
closed
you're
it
in,
down.
when you go through McDonald's and come out, what?
We just,
Oh,
we just.
okay. Thank you. I didn't realize. Okay.
Is it my turn?
Anybody else? Anybody else? Public comment? Okay, Don, please, you have the floor.
Well, one thing.
Okay,
Oh,
I just want to thank all of you for voting on this. And we're having a lot of sleepless nights thinking about having a McDonald's in my backyard. The other thing I want to brought up to your attention is when we are going from the Maple and crossing to go to Country Market, that was such a nightmare. If there's any consideration getting like a stop sign, stop light or something there, we really appreciate it.
I agree with you, but that does not fall under our purview.
yeah, we don't even have.
We have nothing to do with the roads or streets.
Jerry, you,
Or to the city, yeah, especially there, that's the state.
anybody else? Last call. Mr. Taylor.
You have the floor.
I'm gonna pass.
Oh, Jesus.
I am frustrated by our process because just look what happened here. And people say we didn't know about it. Well, I don't know. I understand, Randy, I understand exactly what you're saying, And Pat, you said, well, you didn't know about it either, and you live right there. So what's wrong with our process? I think we need to internally look at what we're doing here. We're gonna be going through some changes at City Hall. Anyway, unfortunately, Dan's gonna be leaving. We have a new consultant. So it's a new ballgame now. We're trying to work all these things out. So I think we need to revisit some of the things that we do. And having said that, I'm not gonna enumerate it anymore.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Okay, and we would like to, is this your last meeting, I understand, Dan?
It is.
Mr. Black has taken a new position. We would like to thank him for his service to the city of Adrian and very much appreciate the effort he put in. Thank you, best of luck.
And I might add that he took on these extra duties and the extra time required at no extra compensation. So maybe I should have said that.
Probably why.
I appreciate that.
Okay, we would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.